A very busy month at the LakePoint Sports Baseball Village is coming to a close, and here to catch his breath, I'm joined by PBR Georgia Scouting Director Phil Kerber. Phil, good to have you back in.
Thanks for having me, Cory. It's been a while.
Yeah, so from the Labor Day Challenge through the Fall Invite, September wasn't short on action. But Phil, the PBR Cup just hit different. What made this event stick out to you?
It was just the level of competition, the level of talent there. I mean, from top to bottom, there wasn't a game where you can mentally check out. There was action on all 8 fields at all times. So really had to have your head on a swivel if you wanted to catch it all, and thought we did a pretty good job of seeing it.
All right, so I guess going forward, the "did Phil mentally check out" quota is going to be part of how we gauge out these events. So I'll be sure to jot that down. But a pair of players with 2 home runs at the PBR Cup with Northeast Baseball's Jack Bellows, Slammers Camden Ross, Hitters Baseball Mason Buss racked up 12 strikeouts in a performance. Some big-time games there from some guys. But who are those players that had you talking after this was over?
Yeah, I want to start with 2 of the bigger arms there. First, Javier Santos Tejada from the GBSA. Georgia Premier Academy kid. This was my first time seeing him, and comes out very first day, very first game, 92, 95. Just an easy effort delivery. The arm action plays. It's quick, clean. He's complimenting it with a 76, 80 mile per hour curveball. Was a little sporadic with his command. Walked a couple guys, but at the same time, he also struck out just as many, if not more. Like he only allowed 1 hit and 2 innings of action. So it was a short appearance, but just judging off that brief look, it's a promising arm, and he's still uncommitted. And there's Matthew Hoskins, Team Elite kid. We've seen him plenty of times over the summer and over the years, and he just continues to get better and better. And the thing that stands out with him is the physicality. I mean, you could just tell that he has spent hours and hours in the weight room just building himself up, and now he's 90, 94, touching 95, and he gets out front real quick and clean. I mean, he's just a guy that the velo just keeps ticking upwards and upwards and upwards. It's going to be interesting to see, what happens this spring with him. And then getting to some position players, I was going to start with Elgin Bennett, outfielder, playing for Aggies baseball. He's a guy that has caught some serious helium at the end of summer, and he's carried it over into the fall, just absolutely mashing baseballs around the park. I mean, I think during the tournament, he had a home run, a triple, double, stealing bases, was playing great defensively. He was really doing it all. And I think he's another guy we got to keep an eye on this winter, this spring, see if he keeps rising up those boards, because, he looked really, really good at 2 weekends ago. And then getting into the 23 class, 2 of the top shortstops. We'll start with Dillon Cupp, #1 shortstop in Georgia, #1 player, #1 shortstop in the country too. Mississippi State recruit. What can you not say about him? Defensively, just phenomenal. Everything that comes his way, he makes it look easy. It's those highlight plays where there's very little effort in it. It's quick, clean, all of that. It's just a lot of fun to watch him defensively. And then you flip it over to when he's at the plate, he's a real threat now. Previously there was questions, is he going to start filling out, growing? He has, yes, absolutely. And we've now seen the bat come along to be a serious threat too. Gap to gap guy. He's got great awareness at the plate. I mean, very little swing and miss, and he's competitive in every at bat. He's just an all-around great player. And then Antonio Anderson, Georgia Tech commit, playing for USA Prime, switch hitter, just hitting for power from both sides. My very first day, I walk up to the field, home run from the right side. Walk up to the field the next day, triple from the left side. There's serious juice and from both sides, and he's athletic enough where he can stick on the left side, whether it's at shortstop or third base. He's going to be a left side infielder with a power bat from both sides. So that's a real promising prospect there, and he's going to be a fun one to watch over the coming years.
Yeah, I did an interview with Anderson. He actually broke down his approach from both sides of the plate. So some really interesting stuff that you can find on all of our LakePoint Sports channels. By the way, you mentioned that Anderson's going to Georgia Tech, Cupp's going to Mississippi State. Elgin Bennett's an Illinois recruit, so a big gift for Illinois if he does wind up fulfilling that commitment. So he's a big talent as well. He is Phil Kerber on Twitter at Phil Kerber PBR. While you're following him, make sure you go ahead and follow the button there on PBR Georgia as well for everything happening at the Baseball Village and the Peach State in general. Phil, thanks for the time. Appreciate you dropping knowledge for us as always.
Thanks for having me.